farmhouse my grandmother had left me in her will. My brother and I were raised in Dallas and spent many summers at my grandmother's home. It was an elegant old farmhouse with tons of character, but few modern amenities, like central AC. I'd left Dallas directly after high school and went to the windy city of Chicago for college. My brother Greg had stayed in Texas and worked for the Dallas Police Department. After 10 years, he'd moved to Sweet River, and we had drifted apart a bit until I decided to move here. I never thought I'd return, but events had conspired to push me back into the safe arms of my small hometown and my family. Converting the old building for the shop? Well, that was costly. I couldn't have done it without the help of my future tenants. The tried and true barter system. They'd get free booth space until what I owe them is paid off, and I'd get 10% of their sales to help cover the cost of utilities and maintenance. It was a bit of a risk, but worth it. They had helped bring my vision to life. And it was beautiful. I'd left the lime-washed brick walls inside and out intact. They just needed a good power washing. The 100-year-old hickory floors we'd brought back to life, and we had all new electric, so it was no longer the dark, dank place it was when I'd first walked in. Oh, and new plumbing. All the new pipes had gutted the budget, but we needed kitchen areas for demos, and bathrooms in a place this big were non-negotiable. It could take hours to meander around all the booths. At least, I hope that's what people would do, because I'd never been prouder of anything in my life. I've been to a few markets, like Faneuil Hall in Boston, but none of them were quite like what we'd created here with the local artists. George Clooney grunted behind me. "I know," I said. "It is really beautiful. So much better than even I had imagined." A tap on the driver's window made me jump. "Ainsley McGregor, are you going to open our market so I can finish setting up my booth?" asked Mrs. Whedon. As usual, she was dressed from head to toe in her signature color of avocado green. I sometimes wondered if clothing was still made in that color, or if she sewed and knitted them herself. "Or are you going to sit in your car and talk to George all day? You know, that might be why you don't have a decent man in your life. Strange behavior, talking to dogs. Men don't like that sort of thing." Like I hadn't seen her sweet-talking George when she thought no one was looking. I gave her a sweet smile. She is kind of fussy, but she has a good heart. A nosy into everyone's business kind of heart. But I adore her when she isn't digging into my love life and why it sucks. Her words, not mine. "Good morning, Mrs. Whedon. I'll get George out and unlock the door for you." I'd been in Sweet River almost a year, and I still didn't understand why the residents were so interested in my love life. No matter where I went, they felt it perfectly sane to give me relationship advice. I mean, they were sweet about it, but just the same. The last thing I needed right now was a man in my life. Been there, done that, have the giraffe tattoo to prove it. After unlocking the door, I held it open for Mrs. Whedon, whose booth was full of hand-spun yarn divided into colors. She knitted, crocheted, and taught lessons. Her workshop would kick off the series of events: art classes, cooking demos, book clubs. I'd planned to bring people into the market. I wanted traffic, sure, but I also wanted Bless Your Art to be a hub for creative people in town. Following her in was my friend Michael, who carried a case of wine. "Thanks again, Ains, for letting me do the wine tastings this week," he said. "Well, you're engaged to my best friend, so it was kind of a no-brainer." I held the door open for him. "Besides, it kind of goes along with your furniture, and wine will most definitely be good for sales. The more relaxed the customers are, the more they might buy." We'd had to get a special license, but in a town